Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Colorado Rockies and the Boston Red Sox. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So, almost ready to get underway. And on the hill today, Roger Clemens. Singy, he is one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, Boog, he's got some of the best strikeout stuff in the history of the game. Over 4,000 career strikeouts. We'll see how many he's got today.
All right, ready to go here. Here's Colorado's DH, Nolan Jones.
1-0.
That one ripped right center field. Mays ranging back, and it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now Owen Miller. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. No outs, runner on second. Comes up empty.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. Well done behind the dish. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Todd Helton digging in for the Rockies. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. One out and a runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. And a foul ball. Man at second. Misses. And a count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Larry Walker in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Walker with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. Ground ball up the middle. Smith. And that is the inning. So 1 left for Colorado. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Fenway Park. And on the hill in this one, Ben Lively.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
And he lays down a bunt, and that's foul.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Swung on, belted. And that is a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Now it's the power speed combo. Hank Aaron homered last night, added another hit as well. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Batting third.
Runner out at first with one gone. And stepping in for Boston, Ted Williams. Fifth in the American League in RBIs coming in. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting fourth, designated hitter.
Manny Ramirez digs in now.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
2 outs. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. Here's the veteran first baseman, David Ortiz. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Well, things starting to unravel out there on the mounds, giving up a few hits. Now he's hitting guys. He's got to find a way to compose himself, or he's not going to be out there much longer.
Now here is Willie Mays.
No.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. Hank on third. Ramirez at second. Ortiz on at first with 2 down. That one missed.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall.
I mean, to me, that's a strike, but
he's got to challenge
take it
right here.
On a line, and that is the inning. Red Sox leave them loaded. Scoreless. Second inning set to go. So in now for Colorado, Thairo Estrada. Clemens back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. Estrada measures 5 feet 10 inches, 29 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Next offering is fouled back. Fastball is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Digging in, Sam Hilliard. Clemens, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. 1 out, base is empty. Next pitch is outside.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
And that's in for a strike.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
1 down, base is empty. That one ripped. In 1, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And into second with 1 away, that's a double. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits.
Anthony.
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and, take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat control, be a little bit quicker, and don't get greedy. Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get them going a little bit. 0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive, trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. First pitch just misses. Second inning here, no score. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Back to the mound. He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. So stepping in for Boston, Gary Sheffield. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. Sheffield launched a homer in his most recent game. Next offering is in for a strike. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. The 1-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Froze him with the heater at the knees. And now it's going to be Ozzie Smith. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And there's a foul ball. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now it's going to be Jason Varitek. There's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. Smith leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone
Now
on that at
batting,
bat until that
second
final
baseman,
pitch. And as a hitter, you
Wagner.
sense that they're coming after you, not dancing around the strike zone. They want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode, and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
So the lineup flips over. Honus Wagner up next for the Red Sox. That one's in there, and that's strike one.
Runners,
There goes Ozzie.
going.
Pitch is
Ball.
low. Throw. Save. There's a 1-1.
2-1.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Safe at third. Moves up on the pass ball. Two outs.
No.
Hank Aaron, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Two outs and a runner at third. Bottom half of inning number 2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Hank Aaron, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Up the middle. Nice grab. Gathers and throws. And that's a nice play to end the inning. So they strand a pair. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0.
This is my house. I'ma show you what I'm about. 'Cause ain't no doubt that I'm.
Let's check out some notable
Leading off
Cy Young
for
candidates so
Colorado,
far this
catcher
year.
Hunter Goodman.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. And that's in the dirt. Base knock center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid
Up
off
next
right there
for
as he got into
Colorado,
an
the
advantage count.
designated
That's
hitter,
about as
Nolan
textbook as it
Jones.
gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Nolan Jones digging in for the Rockies. Fouled off. He was late. Top of the third, no score. And that's too high. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Runner at first with no outs here. Next one just misses. The count now 2-2. And that one missing low. And ball four, two aboard.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk.
Up next for
things can get out of
Colorado,
hand in a
third
hurry in
baseman,
these situations, so
Miller.
he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
Next for Colorado, Owen Miller. He's 0 for 1. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Chases that one out of the zone, and that is a big first out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes, and very difficult to lay off.
And now the first baseman, Todd Helton. He's 0 for 1. In the air, left field, Williams has this one sized up, makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting right fielder, Larry Walker.
Now, Larry Walker. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Ball 1.
And fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And no one can get there. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Tyro Estrada to the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just
inside.
missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the inning, and they limit the back here at Fenway as we go to the last of the third. Now at the plate, Ted Williams. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And that's outside.
1-1.
Ground ball right side. Helton steps on the bag, and a quick out, number 1. Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox, and he's already singled in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
That misses. 2-1. Right through there for a strike. And it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. Just misses with that one.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not. I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Here's some real power at the plate. David Ortiz. Swings through that one.
Oh, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
On the ground to second, might be two. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Stepping in the long. Ball threat, Willie Mays. Over one so far. Just missed. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. Fought off foul. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Lead runner around second. And that's a double.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Sheffield in the box now, takes strike one. Ortiz at third, Mays at second with two gone. See ya, strikes him out for the second time today.
Sometimes
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so
left
far.
fielder Sam Hilliard.
And that one fouled off.
all these Rockies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Next pitch is outside.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And misses inside. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Anthony stands in now and watches strike one. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Late with the swing there.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Going to count 1 and 2. Adds another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Farmer batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Outside low, and now it's even 1-1. The entire defense, infield and outfield, shifted to the left. That one way inside.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's outside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. 1, 2, 3. Back here at Fenway, and now the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Inside corner, that's a strike. And it's 0-1.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The shortstop takes the ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Full count.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
On the ground. What a stop from his knees. The throw on the money. Nice play.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Jason Varitek up next for the Red Sox. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one fouled off. That one just misses.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Out on the drop, 3rd strike, 2 gone. So the batting order turns over. And next for the Red Sox, Honus Wagner. And first offering is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. And that is out of play. Two outs. That one outside. And the count is 1-2.
1-2.
Up the middle. And a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder.
And stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. 1 for 2. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Wagner, the runner at first with 2 gone. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
On the ground to third. Miller gets it to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 left for the Red Sox. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Clemens back to work. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Here's a 2-2. And the slider just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Jones in the box again, takes a strike. Just missed. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Throwing the ball really well today. That 2-seam fastball's got good run on it. Excellent job of moving it around the plate.
Popped up. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. That one drilled left field. That's back. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. So 2 down now. And here is Owen Miller. Both 2 in this one. Just missed.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. First pitch misses. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Diego Castillo up and throwing. Gilbreth also getting ready. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. Outside low. And that's ball 2. That one ripped, but foul. A little bit low.
That's a really good take.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Next is the designated hitter, Manny Ramirez. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The 1-0. Nobody out. Runner at first.
Ball 2.
Headed towards the corner. Walker grabs it on the run. And here's the first baseman, David Ortiz.
First baseman, David Ortiz.
There's the strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Williams stands at first with 1 out. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Willie Mays getting ready to hit. Mays goes 5 feet 11 inches, a member of the 3,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Walker makes the grab. And the inning is over. All set for the top of the 6th. Leading off, Todd Helton. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Walker batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Inside, 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Now it's the second baseman, Thairo Estrada, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Double play ball to second. Tosses to first. Awesome play there.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
At the plate, Sam Hilliard. And a swing and a miss there. Runner at second, 2 down. And ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
And a foul ball. dozen strikeouts for him in this one. So one hit.
Pitching for
Back down for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Diego Castillo.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score, and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Sheffield up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Fly ball to right. Walker pulls it in on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Smith stands in now and watches strike one. Action in the pen down there. Jake Bird preparing to come on if needed. That's outside. And 1-1.
1-1.
In the air, left field, down the line. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there are two outs. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Jason Varitek. And that's ripped into left, base hit. Around first, digging for two. The throw into second, and now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Now here is Honus Wagner, and he won around. Just enough that time. With the tying run at second here in the bottom of the sixth. That one off the mark, and that's ball one. Slice to right, down the line, and it's foul. Varitek at second with two down. And the next pitch is way outside. And that's downstairs and outside. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And the Red Sox leave.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Lee Smith.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Anthony leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Farmer started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and Mike Fillmore right on it. He says he held up. Got him swinging. Coming out of the bullpen throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that skips into dirt. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Raleigh Fingers getting loose out there. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. That misses off the outside edge.
Really nice 2-strike pitch right there. Very tempting, but couldn't get the chase.
Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. Rockies are down quietly, but they're on top 1-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jake Bird.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Hank, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
No strike.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That one misses. 3-1. Ted Williams in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that right there could end up being a big walk in this game. He's certainly a threat on the bases, especially with them looking to tie this thing up.
Ted Williams.
Tap foul at the plate with a single base runner. Because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. That one misses, and it's 1-1. With the tying run on at first, here the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw, safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Fouled off down the right side.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
One-run game, one out, one on.
1-2.
Bounce to the right. Pelton steps on first for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. New pitcher in the game for the Rockies, Lucas Gilbert.
He's averaging more than one hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
David Ortiz up next for the Red Sox. Check swing, he held up. Ball one.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
There's a line drive to left field, and that gets down into the gap. Hank comes around to score. A big two-out hit, and the game is tied. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
And fastball misses outside for a ball. And now 3-0. And there's the automatic. Ripped to short. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Red Sox with an RBI double. All even now. Ready to begin the eighth. Stepping in, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones.
Smith back to work. That one's in there. 0-1. And there's a ball. Out to short. To first. First out in the top of the eighth.
Now batting.
So up next, Owen
Miller.
Miller. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
For
and
the
so
Red
the Red
Sox.
Sox go to the bullpen. Raleigh Fingers.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
First offering, and it just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the eighth. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And there are two down. Next to hit for the Rockies, Todd Helton. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Ball one there.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. Outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Line drive and foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
2 outs. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 2-1. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
And the batter now, Larry Walker. That's in for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Got him looking. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. The Rockies get one by way of the long ball. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th.
Now
Tyler Kinley.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Sheffield in the box now. Takes strike 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That misses the zone. Ball 1. Check swing, no appeal. Slider for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Chop to 3rd. Miller gets it to 1st. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Smith in the box with one away as he takes ball 1.
He's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Bunting for a hit. Picks it up with a bare hand. Not in time. He's safe. Here's the catcher, Jason Varitek. 1 for 3. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Adrian Beltre. Runner on first and 1 down for him. Outside, and it's 1-0.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw there. Safe.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
And it's even up. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So stepping in for Boston, Honus Wagner. And the first pitch misses for ball one. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Ball.
There's a strike at the knees. 2-1 now.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touched it.
So the tying run at second on the ground right side. And it's just foul. That was close. The 2-2.
Ball.
Smith stands at second with 2 gone. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way out.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tyler Kinley won't go any further tonight, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Scott Alexander.
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Hank up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
And now it's even up. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. And that one hammered out towards left field. That one back there, and it is gone well over the monster. He circles the bases, his 19th home run of the year, and now they're out front. It's 4-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
So 2 down. Ted Williams will hit next. 0 for 3 in this one. Alexander, 35 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2010. That's a strike. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That's down and in.
2-1.
And that's fouled off. Red Sox by 2. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. And they'll do it again. Breaking ball inside. Counts full, 3-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Draws the walk there. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. And now here is Manny Ramirez.
Now running at first for the Red Sox, number 52, Crow Armstrong.
That one outside, and that's ball 1.
The 2-out walk. Got to erase that and really go to work on the hitter. You got to go ahead and just let him steal if he's good.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike and safe. It's a stolen base. Chris, there aren't many players faster than him, and StatCast demonstrates that for us right here.
Yeah, it breaks down the data for us on a close play, and that top speed is about as fast as we've ever seen, Boog, and clearly it was the difference maker on that play.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2.
I like his intent there to be aggressive with the slider and make sure he got it inside, but he just yanked it across his body. A little too much horizontal rotation with the upper body instead of north-south.
Little chopper rolls foul. Red Sox leading it by 2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 3.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time. Good.
Pitching for
Jake
Colorado,
Woodford into the game.
number 47.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his
Jake
arsenal,
Woodford.
and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Willie Mays. 2 on, 2 outs. This one in the dirt. Line to left. And there's a hit. The run comes in to score from second, and it's an RBI single, and they're up by 4.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's the third baseman, Gary Sheffield. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Ortiz over at second. Mays at first. 2 out of the inning. That one's in there, and the count is 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
2-2.
In the dirt. Two on, two outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. All set to start. The ninth in this one. So in now for Colorado, Tyro Estrada, Freddie Fermin. The new catcher now,
Freddie Fermin.
Raleigh, a former MVP. He features a sinker, a slider, a forkball, and he works in a four-seamer. Pitches in there, and it's 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Got him swinging.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile off. His confidence level has got to be dropped.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Raleigh Fingers will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Dennis Eckersley.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Hilliard stands in now, looks at that one inside. That misses, and the count is 2-0. Base is empty, one away here in the top of the ninth. And it is 2-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ground ball left side. Zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Anthony in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And ball 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The Rockies down to their final strike. Got it. And that'll do it.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job.